For months, the entire internet has been flooded with leaks. FCC filings and early engineering performance data about a camera that promises to completely destroy the line between full-frame flagships and crop sensor bodies. We are talking about the long-awaited Canon EOS R7 Mark II. Early indicators, including highly sensitive regulatory testing certifications that recently leaked, had every tech analyst predicting an imminent mid-2026 summer release. But a massive blueprint and production shift straight from Canon's internal manufacturing roadmaps has completely upended that strategy. Canon has made a highly calculated pivot, moving the definitive launch window to early 2027, specifically targeted right before the major CP Plus show in February. This delay isn't bad news at all. In fact, it is because the internal hardware upgrades are so absurdly powerful that this camera is no longer a standard mid-tier update. Canon is building a true flagship killer, and if you make the mistake of buying a current-generation full-frame body right now, you might deeply regret it in just a few months. Welcome back to Tap Tech. Today, we are stripping away the hype and breaking down the exact, authentic technical specifications and internal strategy updates surrounding the highly anticipated Canon EOS R7 Mark II. To understand why this camera is causing panic among competing brands, we have to look directly at the heart of the machine, the sensor architecture. The original EOS R7 was a massive hit for wildlife and sports enthusiasts because of its reach, but it suffered from one massive, undeniable flaw that frustrated professional shooters. It used a traditional front-illuminated CMOS sensor with a relatively slow readout speed. If you tried to shoot fast-moving action like birds in flight or high-speed motorsports using the electronic shutter, you were hit with severe rolling shutter distortion. Golf clubs bent like rubber, wings looked warped, and vertical lines leaned aggressively. Canon is completely eliminating this bottleneck in the Mark II by introducing a brand-new cutting-edge 39.1-megapixel backside illuminated stacked CMOS APS-C sensor. Moving to a stacked architecture means the analog-to-digital conversion circuitry is bonded directly underneath the pixels, allowing data to be read off the sensor at blistering speeds close to, or potentially even faster than, the multi-thousand-dollar EOS R5 Mark II, but a high-resolution stacked sensor requires an insane amount of processing horsepower to manage that massive data pipeline, and that brings us to the second major hardware leak. The EOS R7 Mark II will officially adopt a dual-processor architecture. It pairs the standard DIGIC X image processor with Canon's revolutionary new DIGIC Accelerator AI coprocessor. This is the exact same computational layout found in elite flagship bodies like the EOS R1 and R5 Mark II. By offloading complex deep learning algorithms to the dedicated accelerator chip, the camera can analyze massive amounts of environmental data simultaneously. This dual-chip power unleashes a blistering electronic shutter burst rate of up to 40 frames per second with full continuous autofocus and auto-exposure tracking. Even better, this processing architecture finally brings intelligent neural network pre-capture buffering to the R7 line. When you half-press the shutter button, the camera continuously caches images in its temporary memory. The moment you press the shutter fully, it permanently saves up to 20 frames captured just before your finger made contact. The addition of the DIGIC Accelerator also elevates the autofocus system to a level never before seen in a crop sensor body. Internal reports describe this setup as the absolute best autofocus system of any APS-C camera ever created. Using advanced deep learning subject tracking, the R7 Mark II doesn't just look for eyes and faces. It uses predictive cross-point algorithms to understand human biomechanics, tracking a specific athlete's torso even if they turn completely away from the lens or get momentarily blocked by another player. The subject detection database is also receiving massive upgrades for tracking high-speed trains, airplanes, cars, and highly erratic wildlife. This processing overhaul also translates into a massive leap forward for hybrid content creators and cinema professionals who prefer the crop sensor. Form factor for extra telephoto reach. While video details were heavily guarded in early development leaks, internal roadmaps now point toward incredible video capabilities. Of course, Professional internal performance requires a professional external chassis, and Canon has completely redesigned the ergonomics to match the upgraded power. The original R7 faced considerable criticism from pro shooters for its unique control layout, particularly the combined scroll wheel and joystick placement around the electronic viewfinder. Canon has listened to that feedback. The EOS R7 Mark II is migrating to a larger, much more robust body design that closely mirrors the ergonomics of the EOS R6 series. It features a deeper, more comfortable hand grip for balancing heavy L-series telephoto glass, improved thermal management pathways to handle sustained high-speed burst shooting and high-resolution video, and a significantly higher resolution electronic viewfinder to replace the older lower dot panel. Storage limitations are also being shattered. To handle 40 frames per second raw bursts and high bitrate video, Canon is abandoning the dual SD card configuration of the past. Now, we have to talk about the massive financial reality check that comes with these flagship specifications. The original EOS R7 was wildly popular because it offered premium speed at an incredibly disruptive launch price of just $14.99 body only. However, with the transition to a premium stacked sensor, a dual-chip DIGIC Accelerator processing engine, a CFexpress storage architecture, and pro-grade weather-sealed ergonomics, the R7 Mark II is no longer a budget-friendly enthusiast camera. It is a dedicated, elite tool designed to act as a true crop sensor flagship, essentially fulfilling the legendary legacy of the old 7D series DSLRs in the mirrorless era. Because of these advanced components and current global supply chain dynamics, highly reliable industry analysts indicate that the launch price will be much higher than its predecessor, with expectations tracking closer to the $2,200 to $2,500 range. This completely changes the buying strategy for thousands of creators. Why is Canon waiting until early 2027 to drop this bomb on the market? The strategy is brilliant. Canon's immediate manufacturing focus for late 2026 is geared toward maximizing the production of its existing high-volume components, specifically utilizing their established 32.5 megapixel non-stacked sensor across other upcoming bodies like the rumored EOS R8 Mark II to drive down overall manufacturing costs. By pushing the R7 Mark II back to the first quarter of 2027, they are ensuring that when this camera finally ships, the firmware will be flawlessly optimized, production lines will be stable, and the stacked sensor yields will be perfect. It forces a tough question for anyone looking to upgrade their gear right now. Should you spend your money on a full-frame body today, or should you save your capital and wait for a compact, high-resolution speed beast that can shoot 40 frames per second with flagship AI tracking? If you shoot wildlife, sports, or compressed cinematic video, waiting for this true full-frame killer might be the smartest decision you make all year. Let us know down in the comments if you think a 39-megapixel stacked crop sensor is worth a premium price tag, or if you are sticking with full frame. Thank you for watching Tap Tech. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay miles ahead of the curve on the latest hardware leaks, and we will see you in the next one.